Hello, wonderful English learners. Welcome back to the Education Exploration Hub, your cozy, friendly space for learning real, everyday English through natural conversations. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Dylan, and today we're talking about something very small, but somehow very powerful, and honestly, a little bit scary.
Yes, tiny conversations, big fear, totally unfair.
Completely unfair, because today is all about small talk.
Oh yes, those little chats you have with a neighbor, a coworker, someone in an elevator at a coffee shop in a long line, or that one person standing next to you in complete silence.
The dangerous silence.
The silence where your brain suddenly closes for business.
Exactly. You know English, you really do. You've studied grammar, you know vocabulary, but in that moment, your mind just says, "Sorry, we're closed today."
Closed today is so real, and the funny thing is, small talk looks so easy when other people do it.
It really does. You see two people talking about the weather, a dog, traffic, how long the line is, how good the coffee smells, and it looks so natural, so effortless.
But when it's your turn, suddenly saying something simple like, "Nice day, isn't it?" feels like a public speech in front of 1,000 people.
Yes, and that's why this topic matters so much. Small talk isn't really small.
No, it's often the beginning of connection. It can make a place feel warmer, make you feel more confident, and honestly, make daily life so much easier.
Also, let's be real. It can save you from standing in an elevator like a quiet, decorative plant.
A very polite, quiet, decorative plant.
Very polite. Let me ask you something, Sophia. Do you think people are more afraid of making grammar mistakes or feeling awkward?
Awkward. 100%, no question.
Same. Because grammar mistakes past, people forget them quickly. But awkward silence, that stays in your soul for a while.
That is so true, and that's exactly why we made this episode. Small talk is a skill.
Yes. It's not magic. You don't need a perfect personality.
You don't need a perfect accent.
And you definitely don't need perfect English. You just need a few simple ways to start, a few ways to keep going, and a calmer way to think about it.
A calmer way to think about it. Because once your mind relaxes, your words usually come much easier.
Usually. Not always. We're still human.
Important reminder. So in this episode, we're going to talk about why small talk feels awkward, how to start it, how to keep it going, what to do when things get weird, and how to end a conversation politely without running away.
And we'll keep it simple, natural, and very real, like two friends talking.
And before we go deeper, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this episode with someone who might need it too.
This is a B1 level episode, so relax. You don't need to understand every single word. Just listen, enjoy the conversation, and let your English grow naturally.
Later in the episode, we'll have our word tour, where we go back through powerful words, idioms, and phrasal verbs from today's discussion in a simple, clear way.
So stay with us for that. And before we begin, one quick question for everyone listening.
When was the last time you wanted to say something simple, but your brain gave you absolutely nothing?
Yes, that moment. If you know that feeling, and most of us do, this episode is for you.
So maybe this is the first real question. Why does something so small create so much pressure?
That's such a good question. Because the strange thing is, small talk is usually very simple. The words are easy, the topics are normal, but the feeling around it is not.
I think part of the problem is that it happens in real time. There's no pause button, no time to prepare, no script. It's just you, another person, and that little moment.
Exactly. And when a moment is simple, people often think they should be naturally good at it.
Yes, it's just small talk. Why am I so bad at it?
And then if they feel awkward, they judge themselves very quickly.
So now it's not just a conversation anymore. It's pressure, self-consciousness, and silence all at the same time.
And silence can feel much bigger than it really is. 2 seconds of silence can feel like 2 minutes.
Especially in English, because then you're not only thinking, what should I say? You're also thinking, can I say it correctly? Will I sound strange? What if I freeze? What if they don't understand me?
Yes, and when all those thoughts arrive at the same time, boom, the moment starts feeling much heavier than it should.
That's why I think many people struggle with small talk for the wrong reason.
What do you mean?
I mean, they think the problem is, I'm bad at conversation.
Ah.
I mean, actually, very often the problem is just tension. Too much tension for a very small moment.
Yes, that feels true. because if you remove a little bit of the pressure, the words usually come much easier.
And that's where this idea matters so much, being at ease.
At ease. Let's hold that word. At ease means relaxed and comfortable, not fighting the moment, not trying to be impressive, just being there.
I love that actually. Small talk gets easier the moment you stop treating it like a test.
Yes, nobody's standing there with a notebook giving you a grade for saying nice weather.
Thank goodness for that.
And honestly, the goal isn't not to sound brilliant.
No, the goal is to make the moment feel easier for yourself and for the other person too.
Exactly. Sometimes the best small talk is just what puts someone at ease.
Let's explain that. If you put someone at ease, you help them feel less nervous, less awkward, more comfortable.
And that is such a beautiful skill because people remember that feeling.
They really do. They remember the person who made the moment lighter.
Not louder, not smarter, just lighter.
Oh, that's lovely. Write that down.
One of my good lines.
One of them. Be grateful.
Fair enough. But really, I think that's the heart of this point. Small talk feels awkward when we make it too big in our head.
Yes, when really it often begins with something very small, a smile, a comment, one simple sentence.
And once you see that more clearly, the next question becomes easier.
Right, because then you can ask, okay, so how do we actually begin?
I think the easiest answer is this. Start with what is already there.
The weather, the place, the situation, the long line, the hot day, the dog with better hair than all of us.
That dog always exists. There's always a dog with better hair.
Always. And I like this because it takes the pressure off. You don't need to invent a genius opening line, you just notice something simple.
And also, the way you say it matters. People feel more open when you seem approachable.
Approachable. Let's explain that. Approachable means easy to talk to, friendly, not cold, not closed off.
It can be your smile, your tone, your eye contact. Even your first sentence can feel approachable.
Right? There's a big difference between saying, "It's busy here today, isn't it?" with a warm smile and sounding like an angry weather report.
Very true. And once the moment feels light enough, you can strike up a conversation.
If you strike up a conversation, you start talking in a friendly, natural way, not in a big, complicated, prepared way.
No, please do not walk up to someone at the supermarket and say, "I feel destiny has brought us to the bread section."
Please don't. That would be memorable, but not helpful.
Not helpful at all.
So a simple opener can be enough. "Really hot today. This line is so long. That cake looks amazing. Your dog is beautiful."
Yes, and the magic is not in being perfect. The magic is in sounding human.
I love that because people are not waiting for perfection. They're waiting for warmth, or at least normality.
Honestly, yes. Small talk works best when it feels ordinary.
So if someone listening is thinking, "But my English is simple," that is okay.
Simple is often better.
Much better.
Because the point is not to impress, it's to connect.
Okay, so let's say the conversation has started.
Right. Nobody ran away. Good sign.
Excellent sign. Then the next question is, how do you keep it alive without making it weird?
And I think the answer is be curious and listen carefully.
Yes, because good small talk is not only about starting, it's about responding.
Exactly. If the other person gives you something small, use it.
Like if they say, "Oh, I went to a bookstore this weekend."
Then you can ask, "Oh, really? What kind of books do you like?"
That makes the conversation more engaging.
Engaging. Let's explain that. Engaging means interesting and enjoyable to talk to. Someone who is engaging makes the conversation feel alive.
And that usually happens when you do one very simple thing.
You follow up on what the other person said.
Exactly. If you follow up on something, you ask more about it. You don't just let it die there.
So instead of jumping to a completely new topic, you stay with what they gave you.
Like catching a ball and throwing it back.
Yes, that's a lovely way to explain it. And thankfully, this kind of catch does not require any actual sporting skill.
Which makes it perfect for both of us.
But really, that's why some conversations feel easy. Not because one person is amazing, but because both people are doing this little game well, listening, then giving something back.
And it doesn't have to be a huge follow-up either. Just one more question, one more little step.
What did you think of it? How was that? Do you go there often? Was it fun?
Small questions, big difference.
Yes, and when you do that well, people feel heard.
Which is one of the nicest feelings in conversation.
It really is, because once someone feels heard, the whole talk becomes easier.
And I think that brings us to a really useful part of small talk.
The kind of questions we ask.
Yes, because sometimes a conversation doesn't end because people are rude. It ends because the question was too small.
Exactly. A question can sound perfectly fine, but still give the other person nowhere to go.
Sweet little conversation killers.
Exactly. For example, did you have a good weekend?
And the other person says yes.
And then both people are just standing there holding the broken conversation.
Yes, it falls to the floor immediately.
That's why open questions work better. Questions with what, how, why, or which. They give people more space.
And to ask those well, it helps to be observant.
Observant. Let's explain that. Observant means good at noticing things, feelings, details, little clues.
Like if someone says, I went to a new cafe, an observant person doesn't stop at cafe. They hear a chance to ask, oh, what was it like?
Exactly. And the other important quality is being genuine.
Genuine, let's explain. Genuine means real and sincere, not fake, not asking just because you think you should.
People can feel the difference.
They really can. A genuine question feels warm. A fake one feels like homework.
Hello, human. Please give more details so I can continue my exercise.
Terrible energy.
Very terrible.
So the secret is not only to ask open questions,
It's to ask open questions with real curiosity.
because that's what makes the conversation breathe.
And once you stop trying to control every second of the talk, something else becomes easier too.
Handling the awkward moments.
Ah, yes, real life.
Real life indeed, because sometimes small talk is lovely, and sometimes it becomes strange for no clear reason.
Yes, like when you smile and say, that sounds exciting, and the other person says, it really isn't.
Yes, and suddenly you don't know whether to laugh, apologize, or quietly disappear.
Exactly, and your brain starts looking for the emergency exit.
And that's why the most important thing here is do not panic.
Right, a weird moment is not the end of the world.
Sometimes people just need a little time to warm up to each other.
Warm up to someone. Let's explain that. If you warm up to someone, you slowly become more comfortable with them.
So maybe the first minute feels awkward, but the third minute feels easier. Or maybe the person is just a little strange.
Also possible, very possible.
Very.
But that's why you stay light. Smile, breathe, answer simply, keep moving.
You don't need to rescue every awkward moment.
No, some moments are allowed to be awkward.
That is such a freeing truth.
It really is, because once people stop fearing awkwardness so much, they become braver.
And bravery matters more than smoothness, honestly.
Much more.
A slightly awkward human is still better than a perfect robot.
Always.
And actually, that leads us to another moment that makes a lot of English learners nervous.
Yes, the moment when someone says a word you don't understand.
Exactly. And this part matters so much because this is where many people panic.
They really do. One unfamiliar word appears, and suddenly it feels like half the conversation disappears.
Yes, because now your brain is trying to do two things at once, stay in the conversation and guess what that word meant.
And that's where you have a choice.
Pretend or ask.
Ask. Always ask.
Because asking is not weakness, it's communication.
And honestly, most people don't mind at all.
Yes, usually they're happy to explain.
You can say, sorry, what does that mean? Or, sorry, what do you mean by that word?
And doing that actually makes you sound more articulate, not less.
Articulate, let's explain that. Articulate means able to express yourself clearly and well.
So an articulate speaker is not someone who knows every word,
No, it's someone who knows how to keep the conversation clear.
which is much better than just standing there like a polite scarecrow.
Yes, no scarecrow energy.
So if you don't understand, ask, because that keeps the conversation alive.
And it shows that you really want to understand the other person.
Exactly, and that's a beautiful thing.
Now let's talk about something else. What about when you make a mistake?
Oh, that's a good one. Everyone worries about mistakes.
But here's the truth. Native speakers make mistakes all the time.
All the time. We forget words, we say the wrong thing, we start a sentence and then change it halfway through.
Yes, so you don't need to be perfect, you just need to keep going.
And if you make a mistake, just correct it simply and move on.
I mean, or actually, I wanted to say,
That's it. No big apology needed. No drama.
because the other person probably didn't even notice.
Probably not. They're too busy thinking about their own words.
That's so true. Most people are not judging you, they're just trying to have a nice conversation.
And that's a really important reminder. Small talk is not a test, it's not a job interview. It's just two humans being human together.
I love that. Two humans being human together.
That's the whole thing, really.
So we've talked about starting, we've talked about keeping it going, we've talked about awkward moments and mistakes.
Now, let's talk about the part many people forget.
The ending.
Yes, because starting is one skill, but ending well is another one.
Yeah, some people don't know how to leave, so they just stand there smiling longer and longer until the moment becomes strange.
That long goodbye face.
Exactly, the smile that says, "Please help me, I don't know how to leave."
But polite exit phrases help a lot.
Like what?
Things like, well, it was lovely talking to you, but I should get going.
Or, "I don't want to take up too much of your time, but it was really nice talking with you."
That feels warm and respectful.
Yes, and sometimes if the conversation went especially well, you can feel that you really hit it off.
Hit it off. Let's explain that. If two people hit it off, they connect very quickly and naturally.
And that's such a lovely feeling.
It is, but even then, it's still good to end clearly and kindly.
Because a good ending leaves a good feeling.
And saves both people from becoming trapped in the parking lot for 27 minutes.
Very important social skill.
Extremely important.
So let's practice some exit phrases together. For everyone listening, you can repeat after us.
It was so nice talking to you.
I hope you have a great day.
Well, I should probably get back to work.
Let's talk again soon.
Simple, warm, and effective.
And remember, you don't need a long explanation, just a short, kind sentence.
Then smile, nod, and walk away like a confident human.
Like a confident human, yes.
Okay, let's make this really practical. Let's give some real-life examples of small talk from beginning to end.
Great idea. Let's start with the elevator.
Okay, you get into the elevator, there's one other person. Silence.
The dangerous silence.
You can say, beautiful day out there, isn't it?
Simple. The other person says, yes, finally some sunshine.
You follow up. I know, right? I've been waiting for this all week.
The person smiles, you smile, the elevator arrives.
You say, have a great day.
And that's it. Small, easy, done.
Perfect. Next example, at a coffee shop.
You're waiting for your coffee, the person next to you is also waiting.
You can say, that smells amazing, is it good?
They say, yes, I come here every day.
You follow up. Oh really, what do you usually get?
They tell you, you learn something new, your coffee arrives.
You say, thanks for the recommendation, enjoy your coffee.
Done. Easy.
See, no pressure, no big performance.
Just two humans being human.
Exactly. Now let's talk about something important. What if the other person doesn't want to talk?
Oh, that's a good point. Not everyone wants small talk.
And that's okay. You can always tell by their body language.
If they give very short answers, don't look at you, or turn away, just let it go.
Yes, small talk is an invitation, not a requirement.
That's beautifully said. An invitation, not a requirement.
So if someone doesn't want to talk, just smile and enjoy the silence.
Or put on your headphones and pretend you're in a music video.
Also a valid strategy.
All right, that feels like the perfect place to pause for a second.
Yes, because today we used some really useful words and phrases.
So let's slow it down now and move into our word tour.
Let's begin with the phrase at ease. If you feel at ease, you feel relaxed and comfortable. For example, she felt more at ease after the other person smiled and said hello. Or good small talk helps people feel at ease. Repeat, at ease.
Next is the idiom put someone at ease. If you put someone at ease, you help them feel less nervous and more comfortable. For example, his friendly tone put me at ease right away, or a warm smile can put someone at ease in an awkward moment. Repeat, put someone at ease.
Next is approachable. Approachable means easy to talk to, friendly, and open. For example, she looked approachable, so I felt comfortable saying hello. Or a calm smile makes you seem more approachable. Repeat, approachable.
Next is the idiom strike up a conversation. If you strike up a conversation, you start talking to someone in a friendly, natural way. For example, he struck up a conversation with the man standing next to him in line. Or it's easier to strike up a conversation when you talk about something around you. Repeat, strike up a conversation.
Next is engaging. Engaging means interesting and enjoyable to talk to. For example, she was so engaging that the conversation felt easy. Or an engaging speaker listens carefully and responds warmly. Repeat, engaging.
Next is the phrasal verb follow up on. If you follow up on something, you ask more about it after the other person mentions it. For example, he said he visited Italy, so I followed up on that and asked which city he liked most. Or good small talk grows when you follow up on what the other person says. Repeat follow up on.
Next is observant. Observant means good at noticing small details. For example, she was observant enough to notice that her colleague looked tired. Or observant people often ask better questions. Repeat observant.
Next is the word genuine. Genuine means real, honest, and sincere. For example, his interest in the conversation felt genuine, or people respond well to genuine curiosity. Repeat genuine.
Next is the phrasal verb warm up to. If you warm up to someone, you slowly become more comfortable with them. For example, she was shy at first, but she warmed up to me after a few minutes. Or some conversations need a little time before people warm up to each other. Repeat warm up to.
Next is the word articulate. Articulate means able to express yourself clearly and well. For example, he was articulate and easy to understand. Or you don't need perfect English to sound articulate. You just need clear, simple words. Repeat articulate.
And our last one is the idiom hit it off. If two people hit it off, they connect quickly and easily. For example, we hit it off right away and talked for 20 minutes. Or sometimes one small conversation is enough to help two people hit it off. Repeat, hit it off. Those were some really useful words and phrases.
They really were, and I think they all show something important about small talk.
Small talk is not really about being perfect.
It's about being warm, being curious, being present, being brave enough to begin.
Because a simple conversation can do more than people think.
It can make someone feel comfortable.
It can make a moment feel lighter.
And sometimes it can become the beginning of real connection.
So, if small talk has always felt awkward for you, that is okay.
Yes, you don't need to be amazing at it right away.
Just start small.
Stay friendly.
Keep listening.
And let yourself grow more natural with time.
Every small conversation is practice. Every hello is a step.
And every step makes the next one easier.
So be kind to yourself. Be patient with your English.
And remember, the other person is probably just as nervous as you are.
Probably more.
Probably.
So take a deep breath, smile, and just begin.
If this episode helped you, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with someone who might enjoy it too.
Take care of your English and take care of your heart.
This is Dylan.
And this is Sophia.
You've been listening to the Education Exploration Hub.
Bye-bye for now.
See you in the next episode.